Hello, my friends. My name is Paul, and welcome to A Common Touch of Fantasy. Today is a new segment. It is called Sunday's Shorts. And Sunday's Shorts is all about me talking about the short stories and the short fiction that I've read for this week. When I say shorts, I'm talking about short stories, novellas, novelettes. But I'm not really going to get into, calling things properly because I don't really want to look at the word count of stuff and look it up and things like that. So I'm just going to call everything shorts, short fiction. I had an idea to do this segment yesterday during the Hugo live video that a lot of the SFF BookTube people were doing. And they were talking about short stories, and I realized, hey, I have a ton of anthologies. I don't really read them. I need to read them. There seems to be, I think there's a desire there in the BookTube SFF community for more short story, novella type focus. So I'm going to talk about the ones that I read every week and, maybe start a more dialogue about short stories and novellas and stuff, and get people more involved in reading those because they are great, and sometimes it's nice just to read a short story or a novella once in a while. So these are the three that I read this week. I actually read these yesterday and today because I got the idea yesterday. So yeah, so probably expect maybe 3 to 5 shorts every week. So the first one I read was Alastair Reynolds. It's in the Galactic North book. This is all about the Revelation space universe, and I'm reading the entire series in chronological order, including the novellas. So I have a better understanding of this entire universe. And the one that I read yesterday was Glacial. That's so silly that I have to look that up real quick. Glacial by Alastair Reynolds. In this one, this subsection of humans called the conjoiners that have a hive-like mind thought process where they share thoughts and information with each other. They discover a new planet, but it's already been discovered by humans before. I guess a century before, they sent an unmanned spacecraft to this planet, the Americans did, and on the spacecraft they had the ability to create life, and so they created these humans on the planet after they got there, and then they colonized the planet. So now this subsection of humans, the conjoiners, are there and they're checking it out, and everyone's dead from the previous colony, and they're trying to figure out, what happened, what's going on, and then they find this guy that's been frozen, and they are able to revive him, and things aren't really what they seem, and it was pretty good. I really like Alastair Reynolds now. I have a feeling he's going to become one of my favorite authors because I love the way he writes. I just think he writes easy to follow, but descriptive enough to engage, and I like that a lot. And I'm really enjoying the short stories he's writing. I gave that one there a 4 out of 5. A lot of mystery. I really enjoyed it. I highly recommend it. I then read from the Dangerous Woman anthology. I read a short story from Lev Grossman, and that is called The Girl in the Mirror. It takes place in the university from the Magician series. So it's all about this group of girls called the League, and they're just a bunch of girls that kind of do fun things together, and they're going to do a prank on this guy because this guy keeps stealing all the wine. He'll pass out the wine to people, but he'll just keep some for himself and doesn't give it to everyone. So they're like, no, that's not cool. So let's steal his pencils that he likes so much. Okay? And so they steal his pencils, and it's this a really elaborate plot just to steal this guy's pencils, and then leave pencil shavings here, and like pieces of one there, and like they like torment this guy all day long by leaving random bits of pencil so that he can see it. And so it follows this girl named Plum. Plum kind of has a crush on the guy that they're doing this to, and it kind of makes sense why they're doing it because of that. But she ends up going into these mysterious hallways and like these secret chambers to get to this place where she can surprise him, and she finds like a ghost girl, and it's really interesting, and I just enjoyed it because it introduced me to the university that the Magician series is at. I haven't read that yet, and yeah, I need to read them because they're cool, and it's like Harry Potter only by like rats. But anyways, I gave it a 3 out of 5. It wasn't amazing, but it was an entertaining read. And then the third short that I read was from the Rogues Anthology. And this one here was actually really good. It was from Daniel Abraham. And it was The Meaning of Love by Daniel Abraham. I really enjoyed this one. It's about this prince that is in hiding, and he has this friend named Asa. And Asa is helping the prince meet the love of his life. The prince falls in love from a distance from this girl. And it's just so cheesy. And Asa realizes it's so cheesy. But he himself kind of has a thing for the prince. And it's a very interesting dynamic. So he's trying to help the prince fall in love with this girl. But Asa himself is kind of in love with the prince. And so Asa ends up like creating this huge intricate way to get the girl away from the people that own her, because she's like an indentured servant. And it's very interesting. He uses a lot of clever tricks and a lot of cunning and wit to manipulate events to get this girl. And it's just a lot of fun. It's a good read. And what's nice about it is it's showing something. It's a theme. And it's all about how fickle and how silly and how just like random love really is. And it's cool. I really enjoyed it. I gave it a 4 out of 5. And I think this is the one that you guys probably would enjoy the most. I'll look online for these 3 shorts that I read, see if I can find them for free online for you guys, and I'll put the links below. So those are the shorts I read this week. Hopefully, I'll do this every week. I like short stories. I have a ton of anthologies. I want to read more from the websites as well, and talk about short stories and talk about short fiction, because I feel like that's something that's missing in the SFF BookTube community. And I think that's something that I would enjoy more. I like short fiction a lot, and I want to get into it more. And it's a great way to read authors that I haven't read yet. I have Lev Grossman's books. I haven't read them. I have some of Daniel Abraham's books. I haven't read them. And now, after reading those short stories, I want to read more Daniel Abraham. I think he's a good writer, and I was really surprised by the writing. So, that's it for this week. Talk about the short stories or the novellas that you read this week. Let's get the ball rolling with a little bit of dialogue about short fiction. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys have a great week this coming week, and I will talk to you soon.